Hi, Susan here. Okay, finally guys, today I'm going to show you and tell you all about how you can get the torso sloper in a downloadable PDF file that you can print on your own personal computer in sizes, and I'm going to show you all about it, and that's what's next. Alright guys, I've been talking about it for a while. You've been talking about it for a while. You've been asking for this and I finally have it. So you can get now the torso sloper that is going to be printable from PDF file on your personal computer that you can have in the three main sizes, which is small, medium, and large. And I'll explain that next. That first comes from the 5-piece sloper set that I have offered still on my website, and that it consists of the front bodice, the back bodice, the back skirt, the front skirt, and the straight sleeve. Those 5 pieces then convert into making a torso sloper. I have a video on that. I'll put that link in the description box. But that then turns into the front torso with the 2 pieces, the back torso sloper, and my special Gusset design sleeve that I'm going to include with this PDF downloadable file. You can still get my torso slopers in the hard copy that are hand traced on the oak tag and then sent to you. That is at a higher price, and that is going to be now on 2021 back to the regular price. But now, very affordably, you can get this one in sizes. I'm going to explain that to you now, so let me show you the process and let's get started. First, you want to go to my website, which is eliascouture.com, and you will see here on the top, you will see videos and updates about couture and then store. I also have the torso sloper and a few other items on Etsy, so whatever you're more comfortable with is fine. You click on store. I cannot purchase this form myself, so I'm just going to show you primarily that it is here, the 3-piece dress sloper set, and I have directions, etc. Once you purchase that, it's $9.97. You would go on it and then you would just follow the steps to purchase it. There are several steps to do it. Make sure you do it all to purchase it. It's going to be adding. It'll ask you your email address and all of the information will be there. Then you're going to have to put review and purchase, and then I think it's a 3-step process. You will then get it downloaded on your computer itself. You will see it download on it, or they'll have an actual link that you can click on that will be downloadable. After that, you will get an email like this, basically saying that the link has been downloaded, this is your order number, etc. But because I cannot do that, I'm just going to click on the actual sloper itself. So here we are with the sloper itself, and at first I have my information and directions here. So here is my sizing chart that I want you to refer to, and instead of making the 1-inch normal grade from 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, etc., I decided to do a 1.5-inch grade so that I can get a broader span of sizes with my 3 sizes that I offer. So my small encompasses the 4 and the 6, as you can see on the sizing chart, and the medium then kind of overlaps the 6 and the 8, and then the large will be the 10 and the 12 approximately. So please refer to these measurements to get the closest size to yourself when you're cutting out your sloper. Let's go ahead and actually print this now. I'm going to print it on my computer. I'm putting file, print. You want it to be letter size. This is just for the US right now. We have not done it for Europe yet, or the actual larger paper. But this is, you want it US letter size. You want it to be 100% scale, which is right here, the scale in auto. And it's going to be 16 pieces. It's a PDF. and I have it on my laser printer. Let's go ahead and print that now. And they're going to be numbered and they're going to come out of the printer like that. I do have it for color, but if you just have an inkjet or a black printer, that's fine as well. You will see it like this. Let's go on the flat and explain it further now. Okay, before I get started and show you this, I want to explain, if you don't know already, if you haven't seen my other videos, that my sloper sets are not developed like other sloper sets. They are draped, they are flat patterned, they're drafted. All three processes are used, and I make sure that it fits my dress form, and I make sure it fits an actual individual. So my dress forms are not just numbers and calculations that do not fit a human body well. I purposely make sure that these sloper sets are very, very usable as far as the American woman's body. This is woman sizes, and I do have it also to let you know that I've been using this sloper set in the industry for other designers, and it is tried and true for over 30 years. Okay, let me go with the brief directions on this first, which is first to let you know that this torso set includes the front torso, the back torso, the special gusset sleeve sloper. Sloper is a pattern or a block that does not have seam allowance. Sloper is in women's sizes, small, medium, large, and like I said, there is no seam allowance or design ease. Yes, there's ease on it. It's a 1-inch ease, and that's called wearing ease, just so you can breathe and move. But no special design ease, which is done after you create a design, if that makes sense. You use a sloper for woven fabric only. This sloper is developed for woven fabric. I have other videos that shows you how to make it for a knit dress, and that also I can put in the description box, or you can comment below and I will make sure you get that video. If you want to customize this sloper, because a lot of people want it just for themselves, I ask you to look at my chart and then pick the measurements that are closest to you, and then cut out and try that particular size and make adjustments accordingly. Your bust point might change up or down or width-wise. You might be slimmer on the hips and bigger on the bust. You can customize it the way you need to by adjusting it. But if you want to use it in a professional manner, I will tell you that the small that is included is my professional sample size sloper that has been used in the industry for years, as well as what I coach other companies or startups to use. This sloper set is used for making blouses and tops and skirts and dresses and even jackets. Now I'm going to explain on the flat how to lay it out and get it set. You will need a space to lay it out, whether it's a table or the floor. I'm going to attempt to do it on this table and see what happens. You're going to need a straight ruler. If you do have a notcher, that is helpful. And paper, scissors, a pen, some weights possibly, and tape. Let's get started. Okay, so now this is set and this is numbered. And I'm going to just lay out this, as you can see, the numbers here on the corner, and I'm just going to lay it out, and then I'm going to put 1 over there. 2 is right next to it. 3, 4, and 5. You can see this. Now I'm going to put below that 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. $11. And now that it's laid out this way, the beauty of it is that the sleeve can be completely separate, so you don't have to make sure that all these all the way across fit perfectly. So we can do the sleeve separately, and then the front and back bodice will be done separately. So let's work on the sleeve first, and you will see, I will try to show you, you get this little tiny L. The little L is called the cutting line or overlap line, because when you print it out, there is a space that does not print on all computers. So what you're going to have to do is line up that little L with the other one exactly like that. Those two L's together on the top and the bottom is what you need to do. When you feel that it is overlapped properly, like that. On the top and bottom, then you can go ahead and put some tape there to hold it down, like that. You'll have an L here as well. I'm going to put these two together. That L with this L as well as you can. And then tape just a tiny bit that way. That tiny little overlap that you have to do. And once you have that, then you can put the other L overlapping on the top piece, like that. And this is where a ruler comes in handy. You want to then just make sure you have your line straight, as you can see that is. Then put another thing to secure it. You can put more tape later. Just put tiny bits of tape in the beginning to make sure that that is proper. Do the same to the bottom. Over having that L mesh up against the other L. There is a very little overlap, guys. You do not want to go overboard with that overlap because you will change the size. Make sure your grain line is straight. Then put the tape in strategic places for now. And there's the sleeve. Let's work on the bodice. Putting the L, butt up against the other L, just like that. Check your grain lines. Take out the tape if needed. And there's the first row. Then you want to join the larger part together like this, making sure that these L's meet this one as well. You can make sure that the waist level is the same. Once you feel that you have it pretty accurate, then you can add a lot more tape in the guts of the actual pattern itself so that it's not flimsy when you cut it. You see there's cutting lines here. This is one cutting line which is solid. We have a smaller dotted line here. And then we have a larger dotted line here. That is for the different sizes. We have small, medium, and large. I'm going to be cutting on the medium because that's the size that suits me the best. And then you'll just cut the pattern following that line all the way. And like I said, if you print this in color, you will be able to see it in color as well, but you can also see the lines vary. So just cut it out. Put in as much tape as you need. You want to cut all the pieces like this. And I'll be right back. Now I suggest that you put a lot of tape. You want it to be firm. You do not want it to be flimsy. If you have a notcher, it's helpful to notch the ones that are correct for you, and that would be this smaller line, little dots or slashes. That's the back. This is the front armhole notch, and then this is the center notch here like that. You want to do the same to the side dart. And the shoulder dart. Then you must test this. It is very important to do that. You get additional paper. Trace the entire pattern out. Including where your notches are. Then it's important for this to make this a pattern. You must then add your seam allowance. I suggest 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around. So you just get your ruler and very accurately trace out 1/2 inch all the way around the sloper like that. So you can then make it an actual pattern that is like this. Here it is on my dress form, and I cut it out of a woven good, which is like muslin. It's transparent enough. It is not too heavy. It is the same weight as your muslin. And I have, like I said, videos on that. I'm going to put it in the description box below so you can follow those videos. I cut and sewed it. I have the opening here at the center front. I was able to try it on myself to see that it fit accurately, and if I wanted to make any adjustments, this is when I would want to do it. Also, guys, this is my special sleeve. So the special sleeve is designed so that when you lift your arm, you don't lift the entire garment with it. It has like a little gusset thing going on here, so it has extra allowance underneath in order for you to be able to lift and move properly. So it's a good designer sleeve, and you can see that it's fitting really, really well on the dress form. You can also see that the sloper set is pretty high on around the neckline. It is not meant to be a design, so it's meant to be as high up as possible on the actual body, because then you make different designs from this. So this is your basic shell with just enough ease to try it on. It is like a actual kind of mannequin. If you don't have a dress form, you can then use your sloper set as a dress form, because then you can just manipulating it, knowing that it fits your body or the body that you're trying to fit. And that's how you do the sloper set. And this is the torso sloper. Easily can be made into a dress, manipulating the darts into other designs. And that's why I have it for you guys, and it's available now. So check it out. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think and if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.